Sitting in a relaxed and alert manner, taking in some full deep breaths and releasing your breath and just letting go. Taking in full deep breaths and just on the out breath, letting go. Bringing to mind now a relationship where you are perhaps in a pattern of judgment or a situation in which you've judged either a person or people. Perhaps not choosing your most difficult relationship or anything traumatic, but choosing something that you feel comfortable working with here. And if you're no longer actively engaged with this person or it's in the past, perhaps just identifying some past experience where there was some hurt or some conflict you wanted to revisit. Again, identifying a person or a group of people where you'd like to feel less distance, where you'd like to feel less armored, less defended, where you'd like to have a more open heart. Remembering now a situation that triggers or brings up your judgment. Perhaps an interpersonal conflict or series of events. And now, without adding any more judgment, reflecting on the person or the situation, identifying the flags that let you know you are in judgment. How did it feel in your body? Perhaps you felt restricted, protected, defended, closed. What were you believing about the other person or about yourself? Rightness, wrongness, goodness, badness. What emotions were you feeling? Anger, blame, frustration, sadness, anxiety. And what were you telling yourself about that person? They wouldn't be behaving this way if, or they should be behaving this way because. Noticing how your body and heart feel when you're judging. Now, as an inquiry, if you were less defended, if you weren't blaming, if you weren't believing your blaming thoughts, what is the difficulty you'd have to open to and feel? What is the vulnerability underneath the judgment? helplessness, rejection, abandonment, disrespect, loss. Noticing that when we simply recognize the vulnerability that's there, we can pause and acknowledge it and allow it. So keeping your attention on this wounded place, asking, what is my unmet need? Perhaps it's a need for connection, or respect, or regard, or acceptance, or appreciation. What are you deeply wanting? As you sense what is needed, calling on the most wise, the most evolved part of your being, and offering yourself what you need. Perhaps offering yourself acceptance, appreciation, love, care. And if that's difficult, perhaps reminding yourself of the total grace and acceptance offered you by another in your life. Now sensing into that space that's beyond anti-identity, beyond the small self that needs defending, and into the loving awareness that you are. Bringing your attention to the other person or people to look through the eyes of understanding and with the heart of compassion to see them, considering their unmet needs, sensing into their wounds and their desires, recognizing that they were once a child, once innocent, and how they might have been hurt. Bringing forth your deepest intention toward that person or people or situation. Perhaps including them in loving awareness, wishing them well, offering them your undefended heart. In these last moments, resting in the still heart of compassion, allowing, accepting different ways of being in the world, holding this life with tenderness and presence. In closing this from Rumi, out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense.